Hello everybody and welcome to another video, and today we're going to be revisiting a band called Ov Lustra, or Ov Lustra, not sure, but either way, I covered them a little while ago at the beginning of April when I looked at a track of theirs called The Ritual of their upcoming debut album, which is released on June 7th. Now, yesterday they released a new single called Tempestas off the album, and it was premiered on Metal Insider. So obviously I wasn't able to do a video for it yesterday. I have to do it when they officially release it on YouTube. And so, as I said, the new single is called Tempestas. Now, the first track of theirs that I looked at, I couldn't find any lyrics for it because, well, there weren't any available at the time. I found out a very small amount about the band, and I didn't actually know anything about the track itself. However, with this track there was some information. And it says, Tempestas sees the main character known as the Speaker realising his journey, and it outlines his further determination to get back to his home in order to further understand why he was exiled and to confront his accusers. The Speaker realises that he must perform an ancient ritual that opens a maelstrom beneath the cliff upon which he is standing. For the ritual to work, he must not only recite the incantation correctly, but he must descend from the cliff and into the mouth of the maelstrom. If he makes any mistake, the consequence could be dire and could mean death. So, it's clearly the album itself is a concept album telling the story of this guy known as the Speaker, and there was a further bit of information. It says, we are proud to give you our newest single, the title track of our new record, Tempestas. So there you go, that's the name of their upcoming album. This song holds a very special place in our hearts as we put our beloved character, the Speaker, through his final trial and tribulation. So I'm guessing this is probably the last track off the album. He must give himself to the great maelstrom in order to return to his home and continue his journey in search of answers. There is no guarantee that he will survive. Take the plunge with us into the storm. So I think that's what we'll do. I think we'll have a start up the song and see where it goes. I'm very interested to see what it's like because I really enjoyed the first track of theirs I listened to. So let's carry on with Tempestas by Ov Lustra. Here we go. Right, I'm going to pause it there because that hell, that was just like straight in there, straight assault on the senses. My God, that is an intense track. I mean, there was no build up or anything. It was just boom, straight into it. Heavy riffs, harsh vocals, absolutely amazing. And once again, as I said in the previous track, you know, they mix up the vocal styles really well. You know, it's something I've mentioned many times that I really enjoy, you know, because it gives more variation to the track. It stops the track getting stale, essentially, in my opinion. You know, I like it when vocal styles get mixed together. And obviously it is telling this story of this speaker standing atop this cliff, summoning this maelstrom, which will supposedly take him home, so he can figure out why he was exiled. What his accusers, what excuses his accusers used to send him away, and why. Things like that. The vocals are going by so fast that I can't read the lyrics fast enough to actually really analyse them, unfortunately. But it's telling a story, as I said, and it's something I like. I like when songs tell a story or have a deep meaning, because it shows the amount of thought and effort that's put into the songs. You see all these pop songs that are written by like 13 people, and it's practically 6 words repeated over and over again for 3.5 minutes. Whereas you get songs like this, where someone's actually put in a great amount of thought. May have essentially written the story themselves, and they've produced a song to go along with it. And it's fantastic when I see that, because it really shows the thought process that's gone into it, and it shows the talent and skill of the band. Let's carry on and see where it goes. Well, there we go. That was amazing. It was brilliant. It was really heavy. It was really in your face. It was really energetic. Fantastic piece of music. Now, from what I could gather from reading these lyrics, well, as many as I could, they were going by pretty quick. This guy, the speaker, obviously, as was said earlier, he's been exiled by people who have accused him of something or other, of what I'm not entirely sure. But it would seem he's, in being exiled, he's been separated from his family, from his wife maybe, because he keeps saying how he wants to hold her in his warm arm, you know, he wants to hold her again, feel her warm embrace, he wants to feel her whisper in his ear, her breath on his neck, etc, etc. So it sounds like he's been separated from his wife, possibly in a Sweeney Todd sort of way, where it's sort of like somebody else liked her, so they trumped up an excuse to get rid. And he was saying to himself, you know, there was a couple of lines in there, I can't remember exactly how they were worded, but it's basically, I won't let despair and sorrow get the better of me, I will stay strong, I will march forward, I will succeed in what I'm doing and get my answers. So, you know, it's got a great story behind it, and as I said before, I love it when bands do this. I mean, bands like Balsagoth did it, Cull, they also do something similar. And here we've got Ov Lustra again with a story that perhaps they've written themselves. I'm not entirely sure, but you know, every track on the album apparently seems to outline a chapter of this story. So, you know, I'm very much looking forward to hearing the album in its entirety. I'm definitely going to get my hands on it once it becomes available. Because, you know, it's really enjoyable, and, you know, the music is amazing. You know, it's really heavy, it's really energetic, and there's that beautiful orchestration in the background, you know, the symphonic element of the music. It is just amazing. It's such an enjoyable piece of music for me. And like I said, you know, I want to get the album in its entirety because I want to find out exactly what the story is. I want to follow it through and see, you know, what's going on. So yeah, really enjoyed that. It was a relentless piece of music, you know, that it had a little bit of a instrumental break in the middle, you know, sort of calmed down a bit, and then it just went bang straight back into it. It was sort of like, you know, blowing your eardrums out, but then going, you know, sort of, yeah, you know, I'll let you calm down a bit. Ha, fooled you, boom, you know. Fantastic, really enjoyable, really brutal, really heavy. Loved it, excellent. Can't really say much else about it because, like I said, whilst there was on-screen lyrics, I couldn't really keep up with them. But I think I got the general gist of the story. You know, like the guy standing on the cliff, summoning this portal home via the maelstrom, and, you know, missing his wife or partner, girlfriend, whoever it might be, wanting to get back to his family and wanting to find the reasons for his excommunication, exile, you know. So very good. But I think I'm going to leave it there because I can't really say much else about it, but I do look forward to hearing the rest of the album. So yeah, I very much look forward to that. Anyway, if anybody would like to suggest a track for me to react to, then please do so by all means. You can drop a comment in the comment section below, or message me on my Facebook or my Instagram. The links for those are in the description below. Just know if you do suggest a track, it will take me a while to get around to it, as I do get suggested dozens and dozens of tracks every single day, and my list of tracks grows faster than I can record videos. But I do write down every suggestion I get, so it will get done eventually. It will just take me a while to get around to it. Also, Metalhead Reacts is a proud supporter of the Sophie Lancaster Foundation. They are a British-based charity whose main goal is to put an end to hate crimes, chiefly those aimed at people of the alternative subculture, people who listen to alternative music and wear alternative fashion. It's something that I think needs more attention brought to it. Because every day we hear about various hate crimes in the news, on social media, etc. And, we hear about racism, sexism, homophobia, religious hatred, transphobia, ableism, picking on people because they're disabled. We hear about this sort of stuff on a daily basis. But what you don't hear about is the people who are getting physically attacked because they listen to alternative music or wear alternative clothing. And it goes on every single day, all over the world. Yeah, there was a time years ago when I lived in a town outside London, and I couldn't leave my house without getting at least one insult thrown at me. There was a point in time where I wouldn't go out after a certain time because I knew if I did, I'd get 10 shades of shit kicked out of me. Because of the way I dress and the music that I listen to, and it shouldn't come to a point where someone is scared to leave their house for fear of getting attacked just because of the music that they listen to. I mean, whatever music I listen to has no effect on anybody else. I mean, if I was playing it at top volume, blaring it out down the street, then I could understand people getting annoyed at me. But when I'm walking down the street, minding my own business, not even listening to music in headphones, not having any music playing at all, and people are attacking me for it, it's ridiculous. I mean, you don't beat up and attack people because they like different flavoured ice cream to you. You don't attack them because they like different crisps to you. You don't attack them because they like cats and you're a dog person, do you? So why attack someone because their taste in music is different? It makes no sense. And, if they're wearing clothes that you don't like, the simple solution, don't look at it. It's very simple not to look at someone. You've got 360 degrees of space to look at. You can look in infinite directions. If you don't like what someone's wearing, look in a different direction. It's not difficult. But when someone comes to the conclusion that it's okay to beat someone up, to attack someone physically or verbally, just because of what they're wearing or the music they listen to, it's stupid. You've got to wonder how these people's minds work. I mean, what are they hoping to accomplish by this? Because it doesn't do anything. You're beating someone up because they like something different to you. They're not going to change their mind because you've beaten them up. They're not going to suddenly turn around and go, do you know what? I like chart music now. I don't like listening to heavy metal anymore because you punched me in the mouth. It doesn't work. It doesn't do anything. The only reason these people are doing it is because they want to look big and clever in front of their mates. And that just shows how idiotic their mindset is. Because, if they think that makes him look big and clever, it's childish. There's like 6 or 7 of them and 1 of you. That's not fair to start with. It doesn't make you look big and clever. It just makes you look like an arsehole. And you're just an ignorant prick if you think that beating up on someone because their taste in music makes a difference to your life. I get really worked up about this. It annoys me so much because it needs more attention brought to it, because it happens every day and people are getting severely injured because of this. And it is a hate crime, but all these other hate crimes get all this attention and stuff like that, but the ones that really matter, these are very important ones, because somebody, at least one person, has lost their life. Someone was actually killed. They were beaten to death because of their taste in clothes and music. It's unacceptable. It cannot be allowed to go on. And nobody should have to bury their child because of ignorant arseholes who just don't like the music they listen to. And it really needs to stop, because someone losing their life because of their taste in music, it's unbelievable. Anyway, rant over. If you'd like to find out more about the Sophie Lancaster Foundation, there is a link to their website in the description below. You can go over there, find out what they're working on, find out what their goal is, because they can explain it better than I can, and they don't go on massive rants like I do. And if you can help them out in any way, even if it's something as simple as one of these Sophie wristbands, or even that one should you feel compelled, they have other merchandise as well, but every little bit helps, every little bit counts, and if you can help in any way, that is absolutely fantastic. But anyway, I'm going to leave that as it is for the time being. Thank you all very, very much for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Bye bye.